Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about another part of Job's story that feels very real to me, the silence of God. One of the hardest parts of suffering is not only the pain itself. Sometimes the hardest part is feeling alone, feeling like your prayers are unanswered. Heaven is quiet, and God feels far away. I think Job felt this too. After losing so much, Job cried out to God many times. He asked questions like, "Why is this happening? Why are you silent? Do you still see me?" And honestly, I think many people ask the same questions today, especially during sickness, loss, loneliness, or difficult seasons in life. Sometimes people pray and wait but hear nothing, and that silence can feel painful. One thing that surprised me about Job is this. Even when God seemed silent, Job kept talking to him. Job complained. He cried. He questioned. But he never completely stopped reaching toward God. And honestly, I think that is a kind of faith too. Sometimes people imagine faith as always feeling peaceful and confident. But real faith can also look like struggling, waiting, and continue to pray even when nothing makes sense. This part really made me think. Just because Job could not hear God immediately did not mean God had abandoned him. And maybe that's true for us sometimes too. There are moments in life when God feels distant, but feelings are not always the full truth. The book of Job reminds me that God was still aware of Job's pain, even during the silence. Honestly, waiting may be one of the hardest parts of faith. We want quick answers, quick healing, quick understanding. But Job waited for a long time without understanding what was happening. And during that waiting, he experienced fear, confusion, and deep sadness. I think many people today are also in a waiting season, waiting for peace, direction, healing, or hope. And maybe the story of Job reminds us that we are not alone in that feeling. After reading Job, I realized something important. Faith is not only about hearing God clearly. Sometimes, faith is continuing to trust, even during silence. Not because everything feels okay, but because we still believe God is there. And honestly, I think quickly trust may sometimes be stronger than loud confidence. In the end, God eventually spoke to Job. But before that moment, there was a long silence, and somehow, Job continued searching for God through it all. I think that part of the story is very human, because many of us know what it feels like to wait in silence. Anyway, these are just my personal thoughts after reading Job. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time.